Hello, folks. Good afternoon, and welcome to XM Live Education. This is the beginner's room instead of the mobile session, Trade on the Go. Today, as I shared earlier, we're going to conduct a session with screen. The label is Indicators Masterclass because we use a lot of indicators, all type of indicators, not only chart indicators too. And of course, looking to invite you to have this session as an open debate, open discussion. Talk to me about the trades, the setups, ideas, instruments, just anything you guys are interested in. We have a pretty solid trading week, multiple central banks, earnings, Fed, including that, uh, Iran stuff, and yeah, and pretty a lot of stuff. I'm just going to euro dollar because I have seen in the previous session that a lot of you guys have been talking about that, requested this, etc. There is still at the moment no confirmation whether this have to get executed from any of the systems that I have mentioned earlier. So patiently waiting on the sidelines in this previous 1 hour. We didn't have much of volatility, neither on silver. Yeah, it's a little bit up and down, etc. Um, German DAX got some rejection there. It's still not ready according to what I want to see. Um, Euro Swiss franc, it's even pushing up. Alert is down below there. I'm just going quickly through the previous instruments that we have discussed together, and of course I'm going to follow up on some other list as well. New Zealand cut at the same place that we found it in S&P 500. Also didn't do much. Solana trade slightly in the money. Ethereum still still waiting. Would love to see this and that. Yes, from the instruments that we have discussed before. Very good afternoon to my man Boyki in the house. Uh, do you plan to do any scalping this afternoon, despite the instruments that you have shared already that we have there? You will be only seeing the MetaTrader platform, which is more than enough. But let us, you know what I'm thinking? For me to fill the list of the Excel, yeah, to fill the list on the Excel, and then share it at the end of the session so you have your cheat sheet too. What will be missing is the economic calendar. I will not fill that. You could do that yourself. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. So let's do this, that, everything is pretty fine. So we did analyze into the previous session the euro dollar. Did we do Australian dollar? No. Okay. Let's start from alphabetical order. I think this is the right approach, and go with the flow. Close some of the tabs. Okay. Also, maybe share a few words of how I approach things when I'm traveling and I don't have the at least much time during the day because I want to have some time outside, enjoy myself, etc. Tomorrow I'm leaving, so would rather um, stay within within the um, within the time frames that I can pay attention to. Don't do like 5, 15 minutes, etc. You gotta change a train. You want to have, to see the nature and stuff. So I kind of restrain myself for being too much in the chart. I'm gonna do still the Ethereum trade, but I don't have too many of the 15 minutes that I'm going to do. Yeah, the Ethereum trade have the alerts, have second. I open it again so you get what I'm talking about. Still gonna do that if it triggers, if it happens, if it makes a pullback, etc. But will restrain myself from having to follow ton of instruments on the 15 or on the 5, etc. So I have some good time. Increasing the time frame, I have systems for all of the time frames, including daily. Here, where I'm at the moment, the day closes at candle close is at 10 o'clock. So about 9 o'clock, I could just do a scan if I have some daily setups and execute. Very important for you to adjust your time to be appropriate. Now, if I was in the US, I would probably, I'll give you example. If I was in the US, I would probably skip the whole European session, um, go for the US session, scalp during it, and still have the same approach on 1 to 4 hour time frame up until I come back, or I have to sit more with the computer. Right now, it's still Monday. Today I have plenty of time. We don't have the US Open. I have a couple of running trades. Last week was pretty good. Nothing outstanding. Okay, couple of good silver positions, couple of good euro dollar. Um, the month is good already. Last week was good. The previous one was not. Yeah, last week good. The previous was okay. Yes, and the first one was not. So 2 weeks ago was not. The month is above the water. Good returns. I'll be looking to scalp indices S&P and Nasdaq with the view up strategy. So when you're traveling, you go to higher time frame. Yes, because you know, as I said earlier, you want to enjoy have some time. You want to see some things that if you're constantly on your phone, ain't gonna happen. So I do every 1 hour alert. Yeah, I have the list of instruments that I want to trade. Every 1 hour, 2 minutes before the hour, go, no, go, no, go, no, go, yes. Okay, it says yes, and I see I have 1 more minute before candle close. I know the stop loss level. I have time to make the relevant calculation and say I execute it if all of the criteria have been made on particular trading system. I don't talk specifically of any system right now because you could have a different system, but you could still apply this type of rules. Now, there have been other period of time. If you remember, last summer I was in Paris and I was also meeting with clients there. I was more. Um, we were like for 7 or 8 days there for 8 days, so I had plenty of time in Milan. We had the weekend to Como. We had on Monday and Saturday on concerts. Um, we had 1 day during the day to see the cathedral, my wife shopping, and all type of stuff. So based on every single day, I was having a different schedule. On the day that it's a weekend, nothing, no, maybe crypto on the 4 hours, but not even that much into this. Um, on the day that I had meetings, whether it's with clients or so, following more significantly, I was having multiple sessions with you, and on the days that we were um, exploring Como and so, at 58 every hour I have, at 58 I check. My wife is with me if I'm driving, give her the phone. She knows what has to look for, and she just check it out and see if have to execute or not. So that's pretty much it. Um, yes, S&P 500. Let's look it from the view up perspective. View up perspective 1 hour. I want to mark 22 o'clock close. Yes, this is the market close. So we're slightly above the previous day. I want to also mark the other day. No, this is here. I want to mark the other day. It was there. This is on the S&P 500 right up here, because this could be some good reference for taking profit in general. How we approach it, we wait for the orb and then execute in the correct direction using simultaneously using YCAF, which you don't see here, and also using the view up trading system with the view up and the moving average as well. Yes, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. I am thinking that if the market start pricing in balance sheet reduction, we might get to see Russell 2000 underperforming compared to the other indices. We already see that, but we got to keep in mind that biggest influence that we got it's coming from um, the chip makers, Intel, Nvidia, and we don't have chips in Russell 2000, or at least not in that scale. I didn't really check in detail, but we don't have so much of impact. Most of that is regional banks. We have smaller businesses too, etc. It's a local oriented um, type of business. So in case we start getting some sell off and all that stuff, I think Russell could be a good pick. You see, in October, November, December started shifting bullish. Now I'm starting shifting bearish based on the monetary policy. Not just that I'm going to short, but if I short, I prefer that instrument because of A, B, C, D, which actually is liquidity, which does make a ton of sense, right? Maybe it will be worth, you know what I think it's going to be appropriate? To go back in history right now, go back in history and look at 2000, look at 2017, 18 and see how we don't have much of chart here. That's a little bit tricky though. Where we got balance sheet reduction, and so we don't see that. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I will just do US 500 divided by US 2000. Yes, we'll do this. Go on weekly. That's I do on trading view. Go on weekly. Okay. Okay, good. Take one moment. Let me see. Do we get it? Ah, something is glitching too. Okay. No, something is glitching. To see who was who in this environment, I will have to do it independently. US 500. Unfortunately, 2018 till February to November. Let's do this. And I will do the rest of 2000. You don't see what I'm doing, unfortunately, but I will show it anyway in the next days.